Hey, good morning, good morning. I love ya. I don't think that's how it goes, but good morning. I'm using this time this morning very wisely, very wisely. I am allowing my nail polish to dry as I do my readings this morning. You know, girl trouble. My nails are wet. It's been a huge pain in the butt. Good morning, Cinda. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Self-care, man. Self-care is so important. I don't even know what we're talking about today. Self-care is so important, and it is also a huge pain in the dupa. Because obviously I'm not a good female, and I consistently break my fingernails. I'm harder on them than I should be, which probably means I'm doing a whole lot more than I should be, right? Self-care is so important. So this morning I was like, okay, I've had my nails on now for a month, and I'm going, How did I function? How did I function when I had them like super long? When we had the shop, they were my canvas. So I'd walk around, I would put my nail art on, okay? And I would walk around, people like, oh, your nails are so cool. And I'd be like, it's so funny you mentioned that because I own a salon, right? That's how I handed my card out. So, but how I functioned, I have no idea. It's probably because I sat at a desk, 12 hours a day and just did nails. Probably it. And now I don't. Right? So many other things I do, but it just, yeah. If I break one more nail, I'm taking these things off, just going, never mind. Didn't want to be a girl today anyways. God, it's hot coffee. Good morning, good morning. We had class last night on fairy gardens. We talked about fairy gardens. If you guys missed last night's class, it's going to be greatly edited. So we got off into some, well, you know how it goes, you guys. we got into talking about beavers. And it was so funny because Erin was there, right? Erin actually started the story about the beaver, and nobody could keep a straight face because Erin was talking about beavers. And we just were like, how do we not? How do you take this? Because if you guys have watched Erin on the feed, it can get a little racy in here. And so we're all, we laughed our butts off. I will have the recording up later for you guys that are in that. Oh, no. We were talking about, he was talking about when he was younger, that one of the most beautiful things he did when he was a kid was he walked over this. Oh no, Brenda. You don't know, man. We talked about him walking over this beaver dam when it was like one of the most beautiful things he ever remember. And then I told him about the beaver attack. I got attacked by a beaver, as we were kayaking down the Missouri River one day. And so we just went to hell in a handbasket. You guys, if you're not in on the classes, let me tell you what. You just never know where they're going to go, right? But we did. We talked about fairy gardens. We talked about what we use in our fairy gardens. We did all that stuff. And then we went off into ethical hunting for food and beaver attacks. And it was interesting. Be glad you didn't talk about badgers. Badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Right? Oh my gosh. It's so funny. So funny. Erin has no filter, but he was like sitting there looking at us like because we were laughing. Renee was there, right? We were laughing hysterically because he started talking about beavers, and we were just like, how can we take him seriously after some of the things he talks about? How can you take Erin seriously? So we were laughing pretty good. Anyhow, so make sure you guys have liked, followed, shared, all those good things to be on the list to get readings this morning. I'm going to be here a little bit because I'm waiting for my nail polish to dry so I can go pack boxes and get a couple orders out that are out. And I'm also packing all of the crystals to start getting them shipped to Santa Fe. Actually, we're going to ship them this weekend to Santa Fe. So if you guys see things popping up in the store, which is now attached to Facebook on our Mystical Crystals page, I believe. Okay. Christine Emerson, you should, last night was funny, and you'll notice there's new crystals popping up, and really what this is some of the stuff doesn't have any pictures. I'm putting new barcodes on things, and then it's populating the store. And then at the end of the week, actually before that, all the store is going to be turned off until we get everything unpacked when we get to Santa Fe. So if you want to go shop, now's the time to do it, right? And don't forget, if you're a member of My Mystical Life, membership at mymysticallife.com, membership, blah, blah, blah. Advertising. You get percentages off, right? So who has found that is a My Mystical Lifers that the membership is at least paid for shipping? God, I messed up a nail. Right? So, yeah, membership. So what are we going to do today? We don't need cards today, I'm told. I'm told we don't. Good morning from Vegas, Diana. Good morning from Vegas. Definitely, right, Stacey? The membership just really does cover a lot of fun stuff. You get the classes, all sorts of stuff, and then you also get that discount, 10, 15, or 20% discount. Yep, you're getting coffee. I bet you're fun to go to Vegas with. You know, I'm not going to be that far from Vegas for the next time you go, right? I'm just throwing it out there. Okay. I like Vegas. I like girls' trips. Look at me inviting myself. I want to go. Okay. So here we go, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Tanya. Good morning. I was thinking about you this morning. Okay. We're going to rip through some readings this morning. We don't need cards. We are going to pull a collective card from the spirit of the animal totems as soon as my nails are dry. I did this last time. My nails were so dry by the time I was done. It's great. Because what is this? This is our 5-minute morning, right? This is our 5-minute coffee break morning. It doesn't last. No, guys. 5 minutes is not. It doesn't happen that way. It's usually 45 minutes to an hour. Okay. So where are we going to go this morning? We're going to go with Jackie Kiriki. My friend needs lots of good laughs. It's not good. I was wondering. Use gel polish. You know, gel polish, I have all the things to do gel polish as well, but I don't like gel polish as much. It's when it comes off, it peels off in one big piece, and I am a fidgeter, so I can't have anything that does that. It has to be on there. I don't do acrylics. I do silk wrap. So you ever try to cut silk with the opposite hand? It's not always that easy. But I do my own nails, so it's I don't go anywhere to get them done. I don't like drills. I don't do drills. Good morning, everybody. Okay, so I got to keep on track. Keep it between the lines this morning. So this is for Jackie. Jackie, I want to talk about wolf energy this morning. I guess we're going to go into animal totems this morning. I want to talk about the wolf energy. I want to talk about also somebody being on, and when I'm talking about animal totems, you guys, I'm talking about the energies that decide to come with us on a very basic level to reincarnate in our lifetime. So a lot of times when we get, and actually, by the way, Keiriki, okay, hold on. I got to do this. Kiri. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So animal totems, when they come in, they give us the basic instincts and the basic behavior patterns. So when you have one of the really big ones come in, like wolf, by the way, is a huge animal totem that everybody wants. They want the wolf, they want the buffalo, they want the bear, they want the, the big, huge, incredible ones, right? So when you have that wolf come in, the wolf is talking about a lot of sacred energy. They also talk about being grounded. They talk about those 4 feet on the ground for you. Like you either need to ground. Good morning, my wonderful husbands on here this morning. I really would, no, you need to be grounded a little bit more because I feel like there is something that you are invested in, not monetarily, but emotionally invested in, that you're not seeing quite so clearly because you're maybe a little too close to the situation. They want you to get all 4 feet on the ground. They want you to settle in. They want you to look at situations because it's almost like, I can't even scratch myself with the opposite hand. It's like you're being, told one thing and you feel really great about it and something else is going on, they need you to pay attention. That's what they're really saying. Pay attention. Because something else is going on behind the scenes. And if you have a doubt about something and you think something's going on, pay attention to your intuition, because you're very, very intuitive. You can hear, you're clairaudient. You're very, very in tune with things that go on in nature. So when you have this gut feeling that something's off, follow it. Put your nose to the ground, figure out what it is, because you are very intuitive. I don't know what you do, but if you don't realize you're an intuitive, of course, everybody on the face of the planet is an intuitive. Okay, I say that everybody's an intuitive. We just have ignored it, right? Most of us have ignored it because we were told that it's normal to. Hey, this is my floor in my room. Don't do that, and don't look at me like that either, dog. So you have a lot more skills. You should be, and also I have to tell you, you should be really proud of yourself. You should really, really pat yourself on the back and be proud of yourself, because you have so many things coming that you can bring total circle. You like bring it so full circle that you are going to be so wowed. And I want to cry. I really do. You guys never really see me cry doing this. I want to let you know that you're going to come so full circle that you are going to feel like a superstar. Like, I am so capable and I am so much more than somebody told me I was. It's coming down the pike. It's coming down. Good morning, Sam. If you guys are new, let us know. We have a wonderful group of people here that'll give you a whoop, whoop, good morning. Because let us know if you're new. We want to know, because we like to welcome people into our fold. We are a wonderful group of people. I just sit here. I'm the mouthpiece for spirit. The people that are real superstars are the ones over here in the comments, you guys. And if you don't see a whole lot of comments, just know I have a collective feed. So I have several different places coming into one spot. And if you're on My Mystical Life, you might see it there. If you're on the YouTube channel, you might see it there. If you're on Late Bloomers, you might see it there. You know? Hi, new people. Now be good to the doggies. He's getting his dog hair in here. He doesn't know it, but I bought dog shampoo. He is not gonna be happy with me. Not. But they're not getting in the car with me stinky. No. I'm just a mouthpiece. Anybody can do what I do. Anybody can. It's just a matter of understanding how to put those pieces together, right? I lived like a muggle until I was 38. I was a muggle. Copyright infringement. Moving on. Okay, I have a message. Hey, Mr. Fry, I'm just letting you know. Are you still watching, honey? A muggle. I was having an allergic reaction last night. Your lips have been tingling all morning, Vedra? I had my throat almost closed last night when I was laying in bed. I think it was popcorn. I mean, anybody else developing allergies the more you go on your spiritual journey? Because this is really irritating. Because I'm allergic to bananas now, not in like a little way, but like a major way. Like sick, makes me super sick, but this is really weird. Okay. So let's go. Maybe that's not for me. Maybe that's not for me. So Diana Bradley, this is for Laura. And the reason I'm able to do it, I'm able to do it anyways without her picture, but I saw a picture of her. You shared a picture. She was playing bingo or something. I need her to know, absolutely, 100%, 100%. Archangel Michael is actually, at the moment, standing over her right shoulder, hand on her shoulder, protection, right? Here I am. I've got you. But I want you to know that he's been doing this thing over the last couple of days where he stands behind her and he brings his wings in and he pulls her up like this. And he's like, stand a little straighter, I got you. And then he releases her and says, okay, you got this. You can do this on your own. And then he brings her back in again. He says, okay, I've got you. Come on, let's do better next time. And then he releases her again. And he's expecting her to, come on, you can feel the strength in yourself and you need to do so. Feel the strength within yourself, even when you feel, and usually when he does this, there's some sort of health thing going on. It's an emotional well-being, it's a physical well-being, and he's just trying to infuse that feeling of, hey, don't feel like you're not supported, but I can't cover everything for you. You've got to take care of some things on your own, and you've got it. Step forward, be in control. You've got the backbone for everything that you need to do in life. You've got the backbone for it. You live with joy. You enjoy life. That is what you have to put out in front of yourself to create the shift that's going to carry you forward through. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. And I have kind of a cheat here because I know there's something going on, right? But I don't know what it is. And this will be fine. This will be fine. But he can't carry you all the way, right? And that's what he says. I can't carry you all the way. But you're going to be aware of when he's there. You'll know. You'll have a feeling of support. And what else do we need other than feel guided, you guys, right? To feel guided, to feel supported, to feel encapsulated in all of the things that we want in life. Because they are there to help us every step of the way, right? And not just the angels. God, I never thought I'd be talking about angels. I never did. Good morning, everybody. McMinney's. CJ McMinney's. I want to know what your other name was now. I will give you an animal totem today. I will give you an animal totem. You're supposed to be changing colors. They're talking about, first of all, I don't know what you do. I don't know if you're aware of your mediumship abilities, but if you are having moments where you feel like you have visitations from other energies that are talking to you, I actually feel like you're missing the mark on some. You're missing, if you are just walking through life, and this is for CJ McMinnis, McMinnis. I want to think it's McMinnis because it's funny and it's cute, right? So Chancy, okay. So they're talking about listening, because there's somebody that has passed on. I'll answer that, Lindsay Hammond. Just give me a second. She wants to know, when souls pass, are they together on the other side? I love talking about life between lives, and we'll go there in just a second. You have CJ, you have energies over there that are trying to talk to you. They are trying to get messages across, like they're knock, 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 knock. And I feel like you get an awareness of them. You have an awareness of them, and they are trying to take you a little bit deeper into message. It's almost like you'll think of somebody and it'll be like, gosh, I miss so-and-so. And then you just kind of go on. They're like, wait, we have more. That's a level of communication. You know that, you guys? When you were just walking through your day and all of a sudden you think of somebody you hadn't thought about in years, that's a level of communication. That's a level of awareness. And what do? We were taught, it's your imagination. You just thought of somebody, right? You just thought of somebody. It is somebody coming in and saying, hey, think of me. Think of this situation. Remember this about me. It might be something that's affecting you in life right now, and that is relevant to this. So you bring those awarenesses in and you sit there and you go, oh my, hi. And it is just an amazing thing when you start to talk back and forth to spirit and you go, oh my gosh, How many people feel like you use your imagination too much when you're like, I imagined an angel. I imagined this. I imagined that. Put and really give me a me. Give me a me on here. Who thinks their imagination is way overactive? Who thinks their imagination is way overactive? And my mystical lifers know that this is a trick question. Who thinks you use your imagination and it is confused with intuition? Yeah. Somebody's trying to talk to you, trying to get you a message, definitely. Imagination hardcore. You're a Pisces. I understand. Pisces, right? So here's the thing, you guys. Here's what's really, really cool about this. They're the same. They're the same. A lot of people will say, well, I would love to be a reader, but I think it's my imagination. I think it's my imagination. You cannot have your intuition without your imagination. Your imagination is everything you've ever experienced in this plane and other planes, past, present, future, the whole 9 yards, because it all happens at one time. Timeline is our construct, right? So your imagination is a construction of everything you've ever encountered, ever. You are tapping into an expansive awareness when you're tapping into your imagination, and when you are in a meditation and you see someone, you have no clue who that was. How many times have we had a dream and we go, there were strangers in my dream, I don't know who they were? Probably somebody you met in another lifetime. Are dreams telling you something? I don't do dream interpretation. So, but I like to think that I know that twilight right before I wake up, that theta brain wave, when we're not in the delta, but we're in the theta, we are on a level of communication with our guides. Absolutely. But don't be afraid to use your imagination. Matter of fact, when I do a late bloomers intuitive development class, one of the first things we do is we go through a journey. Because I do everything through theta brainwave, shamanic journey, meditation type things. We go through and we push our imagination with rubber duckies and bouncing balls in our meditations, because I want people to realize that when you pull something in, it's something you have had within your lifetime or another lifetime that you're pulling as a resource. You know how many people step away from their intuition because they feel like they don't know, that they can't meditate? Because I feel like, here's another good question. I don't want to forget her other souls on the other side. And I will forget. So if I say I'm forgetting something, please guys remind me. I do our souls together on the other side. When we are working with our intuition, how many people feel like they're unsuccessful meditating? How many people, because meditation is the basis, right? You want to meditate first. You want to be able to get that, right? This is a trick question. Right? If you can't meditate, you must not be successful. How many people? Give me a me. Give me a me. I haven't been able to meditate. I haven't been able to see things in my meditation. Let's put it that way. It's test day. How do you do for testing? I don't do very, very well. I can know the information, and I like. Okay, here's the thing. If you feel like you're not meditating, you're not seeing anything in your meditation, you fall asleep when you go to meditate, that's great. That's great. You need to keep your awareness just above that. That's all. You have to go into it going, okay, I know that I'm going to set an alarm in my brain that says if I go past this brainwave, but a lot of healing and deep meditation happens within sleep. Me, very active mind. I test well though. I test well, but it just makes me nervous as I'll get out. So a lot of people step into and step away from meditation because they don't feel successful. They don't feel like, I meditated and I didn't see anything. Guess what? You're going into these things with preconceived notions that say, I have to meditate like everybody else. Is your hair color the same as everybody else? Is your eyes the same as everybody else? Is your personality the same as everything else? Why would your meditation be the same as everybody else? It's not going to be. It's because you're unique. We are beautiful. We come back here all shapes, sizes, attitude, problems, and all that because we are unique. We're beautiful. Our souls are all unique. So when you step into a meditation, it's not going to be the same as everybody else's. You might have, Joe Schmo says, I see everything in my meditations. I'm successful. And you go, oh, well, I did this for, and here's another problem, 45 minutes, and I didn't see a thing. And I'll go, okay, first of all, why are you meditating for 45 minutes when you're just starting out? That is a lot of pressure you put on yourself, because after the first 10 minutes and you weren't successful, you don't feel like you're in a meditation, you're going to sit there and go, oh my gosh, I have to see something. Oh my gosh, I need to see some green grass. I've got to see some. And then you don't, you're sitting in a pot of black soot, just sitting there in your meditation, everything's dark and you're like, I don't see anything. So I'm not doing this right. I'm wrong. And people step away from something so beautiful. And they may have been sitting there in that darkness and had somebody standing right next to them, and they were aware that they weren't alone, but they didn't do it right because they didn't do it like everybody else. So when you meditate or when you do readings, you're going to do them according to your clair. Not everybody has the same clair. Not everybody's a clairvoyant. You have clairaudience, clairconscience, or claircognitive, clairsentient, clairgustance, clairgustance, clairalience, empathic. You have all these different things to bring into your awareness. Why concentrate on the one that Hollywood says is the most successful? Hollywood says if you don't see it, it can't be real, right? So when you step into meditation, go in with, I will take anything you give me. You think you've only had visions twice meditating. Take the pressure off yourself. And we do this within some of the meditations. Matter of fact, the next meditation we're doing is to the center of the Merkaba. Actually, we're doing it, it's not the Merkaba. It is a Merkaba in the sense that it's Metatron's cube. Our next meditation on the 11th guided meditation, shamanic journey, is going to be the center of Metatron's cube, because I put it out to everybody the other day, and I said, okay, within the membership, what do we want to do for the guided meditation? And they said, what does Metatron want to do? And I said, he wants to go to the cube. So we're actually going to walk the circles of the cube and then end in the middle. And within the meditation, I encourage people, hey, you may not see anything. You may just feel energy. Hey, Robin Parks, haven't seen you in forever. So don't stress yourself. You feel energy. When you're walking that, you may feel the energy. Everybody's different. Everybody's unique. Everybody's beautiful. You're gorgeous. Let me be the first to tell you, if nobody has today, you're gorgeous. Anyways, so let's go to the question. I got on a rant. It does happen. Make sure you guys like, follow, share, because we're fun people, right? We're fun people. Hi, everybody. Hey. We are the Fun Soul Tribe. We're going to Savannah. No, we already did Savannah. We did Savannah in last month. We did Savannah last month. We're going to Salem, Massachusetts for Halloween. You can find it at mymysticallife.com. Go to the main page. You'll scroll down a little bit and you'll hear there'll be music. Or you have to play the player. I'm not quite sure at this point. You better mark your calendar, Tiffany. Yeah. He wanted to go to the cube. So Life Between Lives is really, really interesting, right? And I can't remember who asked, but I'm going to answer the question anyways. Do the souls gather on the other side? Do they come together on the other side to help you, so if you pass away or your loved one's there, you understand that when we pass away, we We don't pass away. Just the meat suit falls away, right? That's the only thing. Oh yeah, we actually have plans for New Orleans for next October, not Halloween, but next October. But we're gonna find something else to do in the spring somewhere. We're not quite sure. It might be Sedona. Um, uh, okay, I see who I'm gonna work on next. Okay, so when we pass away and we enter into life between lives, it is, and by the way, if you guys if you're in the membership, have you guys done the park bench meditation yet? The shamanic journey to the park bench. If you're in the membership, have you done the, you just posted the museum a couple days ago and say, it's a sign. We're gonna have costume contests, this huge giveaway for this amethyst tower. And I'm not like talking like a tower. I'm talking like a tower, for people that attend. Anyhow, so our soul family is all there. It's not just our family here. So we used an analogy of a basketball team the other day. Take a team of people that don't know each other and expect to know the plays, right? You're in a basketball game, you know people, you've never practiced together, you know the plays? No, you're not going to know the plays. So you're going to come back with the same people every single time. You're going to come back with the same souls over and over and over again. And you have some distant ones that come in, and you have some that are closer. And we're not going to talk about twin flames, and we're not going to talk about soulmates. But we have these people that we come across with every single time. New Orleans and Sedona, it sounds like a killer year, doesn't it? Right? You guys like the meditation, the shamanic journey to the park bench? It's we're going to do mediumship. Chelsea, she's like, let's go. We're going to do mediumship galleries. We have a very, very special guest coming. I can't announce it yet because of COVID, but we do have a very, 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 very special guest coming. We're going to be doing mediumship. We have readers that are going to be there. We're going to be having discussions. We're going to have costume contests. And then we're just, you know what? We're just, we like to think that we are the fun tribe, right? And we had so much fun in Savannah. So if you haven't seen the pictures of Savannah, you have to go look at the pictures of Savannah. Anyhow, so when we come back, we have already pre-selected who we're coming back with. We know in our soul group on the other side who is better at teaching what lesson. So we will choose, and we'll sit and have discussions about what I'm going to go and talk to you about right now in this lifetime. And here's the really cool, amazing thing. It doesn't matter whether that soul has a portion of themselves, because they never commit 100% of their soul. A soul never commits 100% to a life. Okay. You actually could be doing 2 different lives. We have an adversary, right? Right? Are you talking about that we come back with? We come back to learn lessons, but actually the person that is your adversary in this life probably loves you best. Because they are coming in to teach the hard lessons. And they say, I'm going to fall on the sword for you in this lifetime, and I'm going to look like the bad guy, but I'm here to teach you. And they really are, oh my gosh, right? How amazing is that? That's love. So when we have, when we're on the other side, we can say, you know what, I think this life over here is going to be a shorter life, so I'm going to only put 20% over there. And then you have another life, and you go, you know what, this life over here, I'm going to put 40% over there. Now, not always are we doing 2 lives at one time. Depends on the degree of difficulty of the life. And so then you have a portion that you're always going to leave on the other side. And you know what that's called? Who knows what that's called? That portion on the other side that knows everything, that can see the grand scope of the universe. Everything. What is that called? You guys know that. Yep. Renee got it. Higher self. That's our higher self. Sitting over in life between lives, just waiting for us to ask questions. Waiting for us. Yeah, you guys are on point. It's our higher selves. It is us, our soul, our awareness of everything. Our higher self knows it all. So the more you connect with your higher self, the more you're connecting with that life between life energy. Amazing, right? We have all of this at our fingertips. And did anybody tell us this? They should teach this in school. My God, you can imagine the meltdown. Oh, Lord. Anyhow, that's today's. If you guys are not a member of the My Mystical Life for $11.11 a month, we offer classes. We do 4 classes a month. Most of them are live. I've got to tell everybody that probably the next class I'm going to be traveling, and it's going to be it's going to be a recorded class, and that is going to be on the second class on the business end of being an intuitive, right? Because the first class, every class we've ever done, we have over 50 classes in the group now, you guys. Over 50 classes. There are probably almost 20 meditations, shamanic journeys. There's interviews. There's all sorts of stuff that you can access all of the library. And that starts at, and we do that because I used to do, where'd it go? Really? Oh, okay. I used to do a once a month class that we charged for, and it was really difficult to get everybody included in it and do extra stuff. So, oh, look, there we go. There we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, troll. There we go. Troll's gone. I like that I can do that. Oh, gosh. So we try to be really inclusive in a lot of different things. Also, I want to mention that Harmonia Tarot over here, right? This is Tanya. She has, I don't know, do you have any openings still in your Tarot class, Tanya? Because I'm so excited about it, and it's just, she's already done some pre-videos on the major arcana. And yeah, I'm the troll killer. So put your you have 4 openings left. If you are a member of My Mystical Life, the membership, you get a discount on her class. But could you put your link up here? Because that is, yeah, you're fired. Not you, Tanya, the troll. Yeah, so here's a good question. How do you guys feel like you get messages? Do you feel like you get a message? And if you do, how do you feel like you get it? And let us know if you don't feel like you get a message as well, messages from Spirit. Because there's so many ways that once we start to look at other people, the way other people receive messages, that we can go, oh, that was something. I didn't realize that. The bird on the windowsill, you know, they use, is there a link to the Tarot class? She's going to put a link up. Yeah, I'm taking the class. I'm taking the class. I like to take classes. I froze. I think my nails are done. Oh, they are. There she is. Cindy Varell. I don't think I do. You smell. I know you smell. Cindy, I know you smell. No, I know you have a sense of awareness through scent. There's somebody that comes and visits you every once in a while that brings across the scent with them that says, hey, I'm here. Okay. Looking forward to the Tarot class. Me too. Amber, I'm sure I get messages, but I'm just not sure how to find them. You have an inner dialogue. Amber, you're using an inner dialogue. Pay attention to your pronouns. Is it me and I, or you and we? Because if you're you and we, you're never going to call yourself you when you're talking to yourself. You're going to say, I shouldn't have done that. You're not going to go, you shouldn't have done that. What? No, pay attention to your pronouns. Dreams or feelings. Yeah, good. I love that people are aware of their messages. Jay Gliz, what's wrong with me? I can't eat, and I've been feeling down all week. I keep wanting to go here. Which to me means thyroid. I keep wanting to go there. Very low energy, very down, almost a very throw-uppy feeling here. And I know that sounds weird. It's like not a throw-uppy feeling here, but it's like right here. I kind of want to go like there's a gland that's not working quite right. In dreams, telepathically, visions when meditating. That's awesome. Stacey Ham, I'm not always sure if I'm getting messages. Oh, you get messages. By the way, you guys, Stacey Ham is going to be doing light language class discussion for us on the 19th of July in the membership. She's going to be talking about light language. And actually the floor is going to be hers when we do things like this. Wow, you get a lot of messages, Stacey. You're not getting all of them, are you? You're not. You're not, because they're like, you're a little hard-headed. That's so funny. But the platform will be hers that afternoon or that evening, and she can discuss whatever she wants to discuss about light language and do it however she wants to. Angela Christine, not sure if I do or not. You are actually very clairvoyant, Angela. You just have a really great imagination, right? We talked about imagination. It's part of everything we do. Tanya's link is not showing up on the My Mystical Life page. And I can't copy it because as I scroll over it, it highlights. It won't let me do it. It just highlights here. I can't do it. I get images, feelings, and sometimes I can hear words from spirit. Absolutely. Hi, everybody. Feeling and inner voice, that is my thinking. Absolutely. Absolutely. Who on here is an empath? Who on here is an empath? I feel like if I ask out loud for certain things from my mom or brother, then I get a sign. I just want confirmation. And the confirmation is what really builds our confidence, right? So you can be somebody getting messages all the time, but if you lack the confidence to believe in yourself and the messages, then guess what? You back away and you think, it's my imagination. So confirmation and validation is very important. If you are trying to work intuitively, I really love to suggest go over to mymysticallife.com, and there is on one of the, it might be on the beginning, the front page, there is a free Reiki Level 1 class. Go take the free Reiki Level 1 class, because what you do then is then you go out and you use this energy. You know how to feel this energy and work on other people. That validation right there, when you're working on somebody else, if they can validate feeling a shift or a change, and you feel that energy that you're working with engages our left brain and says, guess what? You're not crazy. I felt like I was batshit crazy the first couple of years. I mean, just crazy. I was like, thank God my husband didn't put me away. He just jumped on the crazy train with me. Okay. Or senses about their fate. You're fine, Tanya. Don't worry about it. You're all good. Amanda Hyde. I don't think I get messages. I would love to. You have a combination. So I feel like things get moved for you. I think things get moved for you. Oh, you're interesting. You're very interesting. You know, you work very closely with nature, actually, and you may not have a green thumb or anything like that. That's not what I mean. Elementals like your energy, and it's something about you, what you've done in Akashic records in your past lives. So I feel like there's a lot of druid energy back, way back for you. You have some shamanic energy, so you work really closely with elementals. And if you find things missing, just know that's that elemental energy where they're like, pay attention to me. Elementals don't like to be ignored. So I just really feel like you have this connection to that type of energy. Sometimes I do. Feel like it's osmosis, just come out of my head. I can also hear and smell. Sometimes I like music lyrics, right? My guides use, right, like yours, music lyrics in cartoon and television references, things like that. They will get across to you the best way they can. You caught a coyote show up on your doorstep during the night. Not crazy about coyotes, but it's a cool validation if you're working with that type of energy, right? I saw dead people and spoke with them as a child until I was told that there was no one there. I reconnected with this in my 30s and started the smells connecting with those who crossed over. Absolutely. Absolutely. All 'Cause, 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 Yes. Yes, Jay. Yes, Jay. It just feels like some kind of something's not working quite right. Possible vitamin deficiency that needs to boost some productivity in a gland. I feel like daffodils are a sign from my mom. I love that you recognize it. And eagles from my brother. Great, right? I don't know if it's accurate, but I have to ask out loud if that makes sense. Absolutely. If your brain goes there, then that's what it is. If your brain goes there and takes it to that space, then why? That's a sense, that's a feeling. Like, I think of this when I see that. That's a feeling. Absolutely. Stacey M. I am hard-headed. Me too. My grandfather comes in as his pipe tobacco, not Tabasco. I understand spell check. I think of African violets when grandma comes in. She also pulls my hair, right? We understand these things because they're always going to come across in the best way possible. Chandra, I think I am, but not positive. So put it out there and start asking for the validation. I want to be able to connect more than I am, but it takes time. Ashley, it does take time. Watch for new classes that pop up. I try to keep my classes super affordable, but at the end of the class, we have people reading if that's what they want to do. That is a lot of fun. You have to have the joy within it. I love this. I don't know if I get personal messages sometimes for other people. It usually comes like a memory. There's something from my past or something that feels like a memory, but I don't know if it's mine. I don't know how to describe it. It's clairvoyance. That's clairvoyance, right? It's not what we think it is. Clairvoyance, according to Hollywood, is medium, where you have like people standing in front of you talking to you. That's not what happens. It can happen to some people, but it's very, 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 very rare. Just like hearing a very audible communication, that's very, very rare. And it usually happens when somebody's just opening up like a lighthouse. Normally, clairaudience is inner talk. You can actually hear somebody writing something. Clairvoyance is just a flash. It's a flash. It's really cool. Dreams and feelings in left ear gets very hot. I'm looking to move. Where's my new home? I can't find it. I'm looking a long time. So you have a vision of a home already, I believe. Like, you know what you want. Manifest it. You know what you want. Your guys are like, this person already knows what they need. Bring it into fruition. Empath. Look at all these empaths. Absolutely. I'm reading through you guys. All aboard the crazy train. No, it's okay. You know, you've had a ghost in my bed with you that just scare the little bit of piss out of you, won't it? It will scare the little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Just scare the piss out of you. We have Great Danes, and we have a lot of Great Danes that aren't with us anymore. Nothing will get you like having a Great Dane jump on the bed, like or a person flopping down on the bed, because it's a it's a physical feel. And Sam and I'll be laying in bed, and here's the funny thing: you know which dog it is, right? But the ghost in the bed, the spirit in the bed, yeah, that'll scare you. Vader says she backs away because I fear the reactions of what others will say. I have been hurt a lot from that. You know what? That's really relevant, though, isn't it? It really is very relevant on who you can tell or who you feel like you can tell these things to. You know who you can't tell this to, right? When I first started doing this, my guides were really, really great. They gave validation to every one of my friends, like just off the fly. It's not like I sat down and went, Mom, I'm going to give you validation of somebody's pet. No, I was just talking to them in casual conversations, and I would go, what is it with somebody falling down the steps and laughing hysterically because they dropped a drink all over themselves, you know? And it was just something I had seen, and my friend went, oh my God, how do you know about that? You know, and just little niches like that, like Ephraim. Who's ever named Ephraim? I was doing a healing session on somebody, and And I'm like, who's Ephraim? She goes, I don't know what Ephraim. 2 days later, she messaged me and they had just had their genealogy done, and her great grandfather's name was Ephraim. Ephraim. I'm like, what the hell? So when it comes to getting validation from people that you know who you can talk to, trust your guides. You guys, if you meet me on the street, you don't know what I do. You don't know what I do. I don't run around talking about it. You know why? Not that I'm embarrassed by it, because if somebody asks me what I do for a living, I have no problem telling them I'm a psychic medium. I teach other people how incredible they are, how beautiful they are, how gifted they are. I will tell you, you get me down a vein because you asked me. And I'll tell you, but it's just not, I think of it more as how beautiful and what an incredible gift. And if somebody wants to know something about it, they'll ask me. And then I go forward from there. But I don't know. I'm just raised, it's not that I'm super selective. I'm just like, okay, do I not? Do I not? And I follow my guidance. Okay. Thank you, Nancy, for putting that down there. I feel like I miss my messages sometimes. Oh my gosh. So here's a question. Who has ever felt this band right here across your head? Like right here. You can feel it across your temples over to here. I find this to be a very relevant feeling that a lot of intuitives get. Who's ever, and not even if you don't even, do you have to pay for a card? There's no list. There's no list. I go through and I just read who my guides tell me to read. There's no list. So how do you decipher messages from free thought? Girl, I wish I knew how to. That is where having a constructed book, and mine isn't sitting right here, and my nails are still a little wet, so I'm not gonna grab it. Where you write down your clues. You have a book, a journal where you write down your tells. What does this mean? 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 The spirit will come to you with different things. I know that when I hear certain songs that somebody liked this type of music, when I see old Westerns, I know somebody that passed away that used to sit with this person and watch old Westerns is coming across. I mean, so you write things down as they correlate to some of the readings that you do. And then all of a sudden it starts to fall into place and your guides go, aha, aha, aha. I don't even know what movie that's from. I think I've seen it one time. What the hell movie is that? Somebody knows. Aha! Oh my gosh. Okay. He's scared to sleep in the bed. I'd be scared to sleep in the bed too. I'm sorry. Just because you see the other side and you know the other side and you talk the other side and you have communication the other side does not mean you don't pick your feet up a little freaking faster when you jump in bed in the middle of the night. Doesn't mean you're fearless. It just means you have an awareness. Right? Okay. I know, Laura, isn't it a wonderful group of people? It is such a great group of people. So if you guys missed last night's class, it was on fairy gardens. I will have the recording up in just a little bit. I have to get it all, downloaded and all that good stuff. But if you're not a member of My Mystical Life, this is a great group of people. I'm just the mouthpiece. Everybody else is so amazing. Learning on their intuitive journey, that's what the classes are, and the membership are all from the beginning. Ground, center, protect. How do you become even more spectacular than you are right now? How do you open up and talk to your guides? And all of that is in the membership. All those classes are geared, all the meditations are geared to connection. And it really is, it's all about these guys right here because they make it. They really do. They really, really do. It's just amazing. Rosario, having had perm experience, this is not intuitive information. I'm just giving you a disclaimer. It's probably the perm. Perm. Hair falls out. It just happens. It breaks off. Are you my sister's friend that has the Dane I couldn't handle? Who's your sister? Who's your sister? Hey, Odin. Odin's sleeping right now. He's not going to photobomb at the moment. Um, he's passed out over here. We leave him that way. Can you validate? I think I brought up my friend's mom and grandma. I'm going to say yes. Christine Emerson, is it safe to channel spirit? I think I have been afraid to allow myself to go there because of preconceived notions or belief systems. Growing up, yep, my dad was a Southern Baptist minister, right? My uncle was too. I really want to open up. It depends on the level of channeling you're talking about and the level of experience you have right now, Christine. Trance channeling is something I say always step into a little bit more cautiously than just regular channeling. Because a lot of times when we're doing these readings, we're not pulling a lot of, some of the information doesn't just, there's quadrants, you guys, believe it or not. There's different ways to actually look at your intuitive information that you're receiving to see where it's coming from. And most of the time we're pulling as psychics from that person's energetic field of information. But then there's other times when you're pulling information from psychic information that comes from spirit, like when I'm working with Metatron and I'm just talking about what Metatron has to say, or when I'm working with Prince, or, which he's been pushing a little bit lately. So that's kind of cool, but I'm not, that's going to be an event. I just can't do it right now. So we have different levels of what we're doing. You do, channeling, and then you do trance channeling. So there's a difference. There's a difference. Hi, everybody. I met a couple people with the name Ephraim, right? I was like, Ephraim, what? I had to spell it. I had to spell it because I didn't know how to pronounce it. I'm going through, you guys. How often would you recommend going to a medium for a more direct message? I booked my first appointment, but he was unable to connect. So I booked another appointment in November. Is that common for mediums not to be able to connect? It depends. It is. Okay, it is. It is common to have moments where you just don't connect. But also, Lindsay, I would say if they don't connect this time, try another medium. Everybody vibrates at a different level. Okay, your people on the other side may vibrate a little bit out of the range, and that's fine. It doesn't mean that they're not an effective medium. It just means maybe they don't vibrate on the level you need them to. But also, it depends on how long ago the person passed away. Because if they passed away a month ago, you may not hear from them for a while. When you pass over, you have a little bit of time that you have to do healing in. Earth is hard. It's hard here. So it could depend upon that. I don't run around talking about it, but God help the person who asks about it, right, Laura? Right? Because then it's like a horse conversation. Horse people, you say, hey, I've got a pony. You're like, oh, really? 5 hours later, you've had a horse conversation. It's the same way with this. Okay. Diana Bradley, you're all right this morning? Okay, so this here, you guys, right across the eyebrows over to the temples, guess what that is? That is, and I learned this, it took me a long time to figure out what this was. When I fight messages, when I ignore messages, and this is not just me, I've talked to several other intuitives that have the same thing. When I ignore messages and I just go about my day like, doo, 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 and somebody's trying to communicate, I will get a feeling like somebody is pressing on the temples here, just like that. And that's when that's their, hey, slow down, breathe, think, bring it here, right to center. And listen. And then all of a sudden, you start to collect information and it goes away. You're like, oh, doesn't mean I'm going to go run to the computer and do a reading for somebody. It just means I had information come across and I can go, oh, okay, well, now I understand what that meant. I might have been missing validation. Yeah. You're right, Maedra. You're right. It is the old wizard dude from Princess Bride. Billy Crystal. That's awesome. You guys are cracking me up. I love your living room. Sharing the curtains. Thank you, Mary. We're actually moving this weekend. I'll keep this. We're keeping this house, but this is my reading room. Next time I read in here after we move, there'll be like nothing in here. The chair will be there. It's broken. I need to have it fixed. Okay, this is a really great question, and I'm going to answer this one. Oh, you're going to have a grandchild, Cindy! Congratulations! Lisa Cribbs, curious for me. It's easy to see good spirits and people in peace. How does that open the door to evil spirits? Because those make me uneasy to the core, and I have to walk away. Here is a belief. And I say a belief because it's my belief. It doesn't necessarily have to be your belief, but it is mine. I am a working shaman. I've been doing it for over a decade. Having worked with some negative energies, a lot of negative energies, you have a couple different levels of this. I usually, when I'm working with something that's really icky, and I'm just calling it icky because your energy is your energy. You have to run ramshot on your own energy and don't let anything else in. That's your intention. The higher you vibrate, the less crap can attach to you, the less crap you come across. So bring your vibration up, work with the angels. I have a contract with Archangel Michael. Anytime I do spiritual work, he comes in and he takes care of me, and he knows I'm a forgetful one. So he just says, oh, Lisa's light went off. Well, went on. And he comes and works with me and protects me through all that I go through in a healing session with shamanism or whatever I'm doing. So I want you to look at spirits a little bit differently though, okay? And it took me a while to do this because my first thing when I first got into this, I wasn't, I was like, yes, we're going to take care of the evil, and we're gonna move it on. We're gonna banish it. You know what it is? Most of the times that you run across a negative energy is an energy. It's a soul that because we have a period of time that we can stick around and watch our funeral. Morbid, right? Watch our funeral. Make sure our loved ones are good. Take care of some little things that we need to give reassurance to people before we move on. That's what the soul can do. And a lot of times when you have young souls, they are not used to the pattern of take care of things, tie up loose ends, and take off so you can go heal. They get stuck here. They forget to move on. So what happens when you have a soul that's on this plane that doesn't move on? Like I said, this is a belief, not necessarily your belief, but it's my belief. It's what I've encountered. When you have a soul that hasn't moved on, they deteriorate over time. This is where soul attachments come from, okay? This is where soul attachments come from, where an energy doesn't have an electrical source like the body, because it's really what a soul does with the body is it incorporates it into the electrical vehicle that carries us around. So when the soul doesn't have this electrical body to maintain, it needs to be in cooperation with another electrical body. That's where soul attachment comes from. It goes, oh, look, an energy source, and it attaches. Now, sounds scary? Guess what? You've had an attachment. Not just you. Everybody on here has had an attachment at one time or another. Either it's been removed or it has decided to move on and figured out what it needed to do. So if you think of negative energies or evil energies more as souls that are in need of compassion and need that understanding to help them transition over, remember who they are on a soul level, and transition off into the light, deal with it with more compassion. When you have something that smells like sulfur, we got a different story. I don't believe in demons. I believe in elementals that are on the lower vibrational level, okay? That's something else to deal with. Those, you just call in Michael and be like, you know what? Not today, not today. And you call Michael and a legion of protection and you take care of that. But most of the time, when you're working with something and you're doing readings and you have something negative come across, deal with it with compassion. Send healing light to it. Send healing energy. Call in the angels to wrap their wings around that energy and fill it with love so that you can help that energy transition. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Worry for it. Worry for it and be filled with compassion and go, I am so sorry you're stuck. Let me bring you assistance. And that's the way I work with it. That's the way I believe with it. And the thing is once you start to do that enough, you vibrate so high that just them stepping into your energetic field helps them remember who they are a little bit. They become a little bit clearer because you're vibrating so high that that negative energy starts to fall away. Who doesn't want to be that light? Right? I'm not saying that we are end all do all, la, 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 la. And no, our goal is to raise our vibration. That's what we're supposed to be doing on this plane anyways. So if we're helping souls that are lost along the way, then isn't that amazing? What an amazing thing. Isn't it? It's just truly, it really is amazing. Vibrate higher. Just vibrate higher. Laura Keating, I'm moving too. The more I do it, the easier it gets. I moved a lot. Right, Laura? We should have a party. You want to be a ghost? Why would you want to be a ghost? That'd be awful. Oh, Laura, stop. Thank you. I love this journey. I love this journey. I'm protected. Brenda says, I'm protected. I know it intuitively. Never had a bad experience. I've only had a couple negative experiences. Only because at that time I was doubting myself a lot. And you're moving so fast. How on earth are you able to move so fast? With what? Yeah, the temple thing, right? You live on a horse farm, Autumn? Really? How did I not know that? I have some for sale. You want a couple? I have a baby for sale. Laura, I have a baby for sale. No, I don't. It's cute. Okay. Just raise the energy. Yeah, just raise the energy in the house, Christine. It falls away. I feel like what you just said was a channel message. I believe so too, because I'm sitting here going, okay, all right, I just let it go across. Just let it go across. Isis, I totally agree with that method. Working with spirit, with compassion. Some paranormal investigators, this is exactly correct. Isis is on point. Some paranormal investigators forget that they are working with a soul and can be so mean. I know they do it for the ratings. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's one of the main reasons I stopped doing paranormal investigations on them like that. But so right. You're dealing with a soul. A soul. You did live on one. Oh, okay. I know why I'm so drawn to your house, that you are moving out of it as an proposed to me 3 years ago. We were living in the same street. Oh, did I start talking really fast? Sorry, guys. That's how you know. That's how you know channeling's going on. I didn't know I was talking fast. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get talking way too fast. Send that baby to South Carolina. Want to see pictures of it? I'll send you pictures. He is a stunner. He is gorgeous. He really is. Yeah, it's once you start to see people channel. Oh, you suck up. Thank you. I appreciate it, Nancy Bulliard. I do. I always wanted to have a farm where I could have room for and care for every animal and every child needed home. I know it's a lot, right? Mary Kearney, you live in my house? You're somebody that said children love you, but maybe you take out the wooden spoon when they get naughty. My kids are 30 something and 30 something. Yeah, but you can ask them. When Ashtar comes, you speak in 3 or 4 words, pause in 3 or 4 words. Really? I'm glad you guys noticed a pattern. Okay. Y'all, I've been online for over an hour. My problem is that my brain races and I can't say the words fast enough. I have to write it down and process it after, so I can't do live readings. I just let my brain go, Kate. I let it go. It's something you had to I had to really work on because I'm a control freak. Big time. And to just allow things to just fly out my mouth because you never know. Bye, Tanya. Thank you so much. You never know what Spirit's going to say because sometimes they have potty mouths. Some people's guides really have things to say. It's funny. Okay, you guys, I have tutorship today. I also do private tutoring. You guys, you can find that at mymysticallife.com as well. If you want to book private tutoring, I do helping people develop their intuition. Okay, I'm out. Everybody, find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you absolutely are. And I will talk to you guys